Nutrition in Animals and Plants. Lesson 4. In this chapter, we are going to learn about that how all the living organisms which respire, grow, reproduce, excrete, and do other metabolic activities. What is the reason behind all these activities? These activities are important for the organisms so that they can grow, they can repair their body parts, okay, for which they need energy, and this energy is fulfilled by consumption of food. So in this chapter we are going to study the nutrition in animals and plants, different types of nutrients, their mode of nutrients both in plants and animals. So the nutrition we define as the process of taking food by an organism and its digestion, absorption and utilization by the body. There are two types of modes of nutrition: autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, the word auto means self and tropos means nutrition. Therefore, we can say the mode of nutrition in which an organism makes its own food is known as autotrophic nutrition. Like for example, we see in green plants, they can prepare their own food with simple raw material like carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. Okay, so the organisms having autotrophic mode of nutrition are called autotrophs. Example of autotrophs: green plants and some bacteria. The second mode of nutrition is heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic mode. Hetero means other and trophos means nutrition. These are those organisms which are dependent for food on others. We define the heterotrophic nutrition as the mode of nutrition in which an organism cannot make its own food and depends directly or indirectly on autotrophs for their food. The organism having heterotrophic mode of nutrition are called heterotrophs. They are also called as consumers because they consume ready-made food produced by producers or autotrophs. Examples of heterotrophs are horse, lion, crow, fungi, etc. Now there are many types of heterotrophs depending upon the kind of food they consume. First one is the herbivores. Herbivores are those animals that eat only green plants or plant products. For example, cow, giraffe, zebra, rabbit, etc. Second type is carnivores. Carnivores are those animals that eat the flesh of other animals as food. Okay, now for example, snake, tiger, leopard. Third category comes omnivores. Omnivores are those animals that eat both plants and plant products and animals as well. So these are omnivores. For example, crow, human beings, etc. Next comes the scavengers. Scavengers are those organisms that feed on the dead remains of animals that are killed by predators. Okay, now therefore they are called as scavengers. So scavengers are few in numbers like kite and vultures. Last category of heterotroph is decomposers. Decomposers are those organisms that decompose dead bodies and excreta of plants and animals to obtain their food. So these are decomposers. For example, bacteria and fungi. Decomposers are environment friendly because they help to clean all the dead bodies, all the decay material from the planet Earth. They try to decompose and get us rid from those decaying products. Now we come on to the next topic, components of food. The main components of our food are nutrients, roughage and water. Now what are nutrients? Nutrients are those substances that an organism need for growth, repair and maintenance of its body. Now there is not one nutrient which is required by our body. There are many types of nutrients which are required by our body, that is human body. So those are carbohydrates, proteins, fats and minerals. So there are basically 5 types of nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. These are present in various food sources which we consume in our daily life. Now we will learn about the nutrients one by one. First nutrient which we are going to learn about is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the main source of energy, therefore they are called as energy giving foods. There are 2 types of carbohydrates, sugar and starch. Sugar is considered to be simple carbohydrates. It is sweet in taste and found in the form of glucose, fructose, sucrose, lactose, etc. The sources of sugar we get is from the fruits, milk, etc. Starch is considered to be the complex form of carbohydrates. It is tasteless and odorless. The sources of starch is wheat, bajra, etc. Now we come on to the second nutrient, that is proteins. Proteins are bodybuilding food. Why they are called as bodybuilding food? Because they help in the growth and repairing of the body. Proteins are complex molecules which are made up of smaller molecules called amino acids. The amino acids are 20 different kinds, okay, which are there in our body and required by our body. Amino acids are made up of some elements, the important vital elements like carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen and sometimes sulfur and phosphorus also. There are the functions of protein, as we have said that these are bodybuilding food, so they help in repairing the body, okay, in case of any injury or during any if a person is suffering from disease or some special cases, okay, and for the growth. There are 2 types of plant sources. One is there are 2 types of protein sources. One is plant protein source and the other is animal protein sources. Plant protein sources we get in the form of pulses like tur dal, beans, soya bean, moong dal, etc. Animal protein sources we get in the form of milk, paneer, egg, meat, etc. Other than these, the many parts of a body, for example muscles, okay, they are made up of proteins. Skin, hair and nails, they are also made up of proteins. The enzymes that help in the digestion of food are also proteins. Blood contains a protein called hemoglobin, which is also made up of protein, a kind of protein, and it is very important for our body because it helps to transport oxygen from lungs to the cells. So this is all about the proteins.